But he is the ABC correspondent. What's his name? Who's always...
Bert Burtonson.
No, not Bert Burtonson. It's James Jameson, I think.
Okay.
No, it's John Carl. He's the John Carl of the State Department press corps. And he's always trying to pin down Jen Psaki on something. And yesterday it was the Delhi shooting.
The president at his news conference raised some eyebrows by saying that the victims of the shooting in Paris at the kosher deli were random. Your colleague at the White House has apparently said something similar today. Is that really with it? I mean, does the administration really believe that these people, that the victims of this attack were not singled out because they were of a particular faith?
Well, as you know, I believe, if I remember the victims specifically, there were not all victims of one background or one nationality. So I think what they mean by that is, I don't know that they spoke to the targeting of the grocery store or that specifically, but the individuals who were impacted.
Well, I mean, right, but when the secretary went and paid respects to it, he was with a member of the Jewish community there.
Naturally, given that is the grocery store is one that...
Well, don't you think that the target, maybe even if the victims came from different backgrounds or different religions, different nationalities, wasn't the store itself was the target? Was it not?
I mean, that's different than the individuals being. I don't have any more to...
All right, well, does the administration believe that this was an anti-Jewish, an attack on the Jewish community in Paris?
I don't think we're going to speak on behalf of French authorities and what they believe was...
Gosh.
That goes on for another 45 seconds. She cannot say it.
Well,
she can't say it.
And the French authorities did say it.
Yeah, they did.
The French authorities were very clear that this was an anti-Semitic attack.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
It was on the kosher deli. What?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, Josh Earnest did exactly the same thing, and then both later that day, because they got so much flack for it, then Jen Psaki tweeted, "We have always been clear that the attack on the kosher grocery store was an anti-Semitic attack that took the lives of innocent people." No, you haven't.
No, you just
beat around the bush for 2.5 minutes. And so did Josh Earnest same day, and then he went out and tweeted the same thing. Our view has not changed. Terror attack at Paris kosher market was motivated by anti-Semitism.
Man, this is a weird thing going on.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I have Jewish friends that are truly frightened for the first time in their lives. They're like, "Look, I'm living in a parallel universe. What's happening?"
Yeah,
anti-Semitism is happening. People are being targeted because they have my religious belief, and nobody is saying anything about it.
That's not true. It was a violent, vicious zealot randomly shooting up a supermarket.
With a bunch of people.
With a bunch of folks. Bunch of folks at a supermarket.
Targeted?
Yeah, a bunch of folks.
Okay.
They were just folks. Folks could be anybody.
Folks who were, what's that, my cracker?
It's like folks. We can blame...
shooting up a bunch of folks.
Yeah. We can blame Ernest or Psaki on this, but it's like, obviously, quite obviously...
It's coming from Obama.
It's come from... There's an edict throughout the entire government under Obama's control to not say anything about Islamic extremism or that there's any anti-Semitism or any of this. And it must be impossible for these people to go out and do their jobs. They are trying to create... It's like they're trying to... What's the stupid board game where you have to describe things without saying certain words? Is it... I want to say it's Pictionary, but it's not. What the heck is... Oh, charade...
Charades.
Taboo? Is it taboo? I don't know. Yeah, you're not allowed to say it. That it's like playing that constantly.
Candyland. It's
Candyland, where you shoots and ladders. I think it is, and you got to go around without falling down the chute, and you're trying to climb up the ladders, and it's impossible.
That big guy with the top hat in the car with the shoe
pisses me off.
Yeah, it always comes around, and you're like, next thing you know, you're.
What religious background is that guy, by the way?
Yeah,
because I don't like
right.
Him.
Yeah, right, wealthiest 1%.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. His fault.
But it must be impossible to hold a press conference when you're not allowed to describe the thing you're talking about.
It has to be. I mean, these guys don't make nearly enough money. They should be paid millions of dollars a week for the lies they have to tell. I mean, how do you wiggle out of all this stuff?